Welcome back. I'm Joshua Ozzy and I'm doing another review. Today, I am wearing the exact same shirt because I'm doing both reviews at the same time because this next one is rather easy. And guess what? It's another Artery product. So, as everybody knows and has seen around, Artery has released the V2 of the PAL SE. And you can use the V1 device with the V2 coil head. Nope. Take that one out. It's not a coil head. It's a pod. You can take the V2 pod and put it in. So I've had a pod setting for about, I don't know, 20 minutes, 30 minutes just to soak in. And I'll tell you what I put into it as well. So the difference is, the original pods came in a 1.4 and a 1 ohm coil. Okay? I don't know what the kit comes in with the new one. I think it's a 1 ohm and a 1.2 ohm. So I got 1.2 ohm coil heads. Shit, did I get, nope, not coil heads. I don't know where I'm getting heads from. Pods came with 1 and 1.2 ohm pods. They are refillable pods. So with that, this was the 1.4 and a 1 ohm came in the V1 kits. So you don't need to change your device. You can just buy the V2 pods and they go right in as well. Now what they were aiming for is, some people were complaining because the way these fill up, see I got juice on my finger, is that when you vape on these, some juice comes up and you get it in your mouth, so some people didn't like that. So without my mouth marks, it would come up, but it wasn't funneling back down basically. This is a 1.4 ohm pod. And the reason why I like it is because I can run a higher nicotine. The most I've done is a 30 milligram salt nic and a 6 milligram from Denkat as well, which is right here, which is a really nice thing. And it's very smooth. It's very nice. Fast charging, USB Type-C as well. We're seeing a lot of Type-Cs coming from them. So with that, let's take off the V1 pod. We'll set it off to the side and go over the V2 pod I've had set up. So on the V2 pod, on the bottom, there's 2 ports. So I'm going to use my fingernails. You pop it up. As you see, it looks like wings now. You fill one side up so that way the air travels out the other way. All you do is push them down. Very easy to do. So now, what do we do with the pod? You just set it in. Push it in. It clips in. Now it looks like I have a V2. Okay, so let's try it out because this is the first time I've tried it. Wow. Wow, that's all I can say now. Wow. So one thing they were talking about, and they did do it, they made it more restrictive. So this is going to go towards more of your mouth to lung people. It's not exactly fully mouth to lung, but it's very restrictive. But I can do mouth to lung with it. Okay? But this new pod flavor, hands down, wow. It's been setting in here just like it would normally sit on the other one. And the flavor is even better. Oh, and you haven't seen me cough yet either. So this is really geared to a mouth to lunger. So I would say if you have one and you want something that's more restrictive, because the air holes were on the sides of these, okay, the airflow ports that let air come in. Now with the pod, it seems to go down further, thus restricting the airflow on the bottom. Now I flipped it around to see if anything changes. Fires really quick. Direct lung. And flavor, wow, it's out of this world. Look guys, I love my PAL SE. Hands down, 100% love it. I loved it with the V1, even with the slight juice that came up the way they were set up, because you can see the differences when they're in. You can see the top piece. The mouthpiece is longer now. The coil sits further down. It sits further down in this air place, and I can see in the air hole where it's sitting, it's giving me half the airflow that this one did. So we'll pull it out and look at the two pods. You can see the size difference, and if I put mouthpiece to mouthpiece, you can see it, but I'm going to put where the juice flow is, and it sits down probably about 1/8 of an inch, you know, down further, which is now restricting the airflow, and you can see it through the airflow a lot more. I've always talked about Denkat juice, their salt nick line. This is one of my favorites. It's called Nutty Cookie. Here it is right here, Nutty Cookie, and you can see I've used a lot of it. 30 milligrams salt nick. Extremely smooth, and right now I'm getting that extreme taste of that cookie side, just with that perfect blend of the nutty flavor behind it. So hands down, guys, I can't tell you how long this pod's going to last like I could on the V1, but this is a 1.2 ohm, so it's lower, so I was expecting maybe a little bit harsher of a hit, but it's not. It's a perfect hit on this. Perfect hit. Direct lung, mouth to lung. Exact same hit. Flavor, perfect. Anything coming up? No, they funneled it down. Longer tube inside, so you're not seeing everything coming in. You can even see how much juice you have by tilting it upside down. It gives you a window of how much juice is there, and you still have your windows on the side. Perfect way to check and see if your juice level is right or not inside, because when you look at the pod, pull it out, there's a minimum line and a maximum line. So if I flip it upside down, I'm still at my max line with this few pulls, barely pulling anything out, just a little bit. You may go through a little bit more juice with this because it is a 1.2 versus the 1.4, but that's typical. Wow, that's all I can say, guys. I'm sorry, but this, hands down, is worth buying the new pods for all day long. The V2 kit is 100% worth its money. If you already have a V1, just buy the pods. If you find them, the V2 pods, which look like a mouthpiece versus just a plastic tip on it, where you filled from the top here, you fill on the bottom on this one. That's your changes, and your ohm changes too. And the airflow is more restricted. I can feel that nice warm cookie taste coming in with that mix, a blend of the, you know, nutties. I said nutties. Nut. Nut. What's on your mind? That nutty taste. You know, it's like peanuts or whatever they're using it, which I'm assuming is peanuts. So you get that nice peanut taste with that warm, fresh cookie inside. And it's flavor. And it's 30 milligrams salt nick. 30 milligrams of nicotine. And nicotine, everybody knows, is a bittering agent. So with that, that's the PAL SE with the V2 pod. You can pick these things up. If Denkat is sold out, look. There's authorized distributors that, you know, you can find them. They're picking them up everywhere. A lot of shops are getting them, you know. But that's, you know, get the V2 kit if you want to, and that'll get you started. If you already have the V1, just pick up the pods, like I said. Either way, you're going to be 100% satisfied. I have to say, so far out of all pods, this still is hands down, and it just got even better, is the PAL SE kit. And, you know, I love it that much that I got a little case, even though it's not made by the manufacturer, but a little carry case. Thank you, Denkat, for sending this to me, because inside you can actually take your pod, set it inside of your case, put extra pods that you have, and close it up and travel with it. So now you can have your pod sitting in your bag or whatever. I wouldn't recommend putting in your bag if for this particular one, you know, unless it was a hard case. Let me see. Yeah, I wouldn't put it in your bag because it is a soft case, but like if you're traveling around and say you have a sling bag and you put it in your sling bag because you're walking around, perfect for it. Or if you're traveling on the go and you just want to have it there, it's perfect for it. It's really good. I love it. I love this. Just amazing. All around amazing. Now, obviously, the longer I hold it in, it was starting to tickle a little bit. But it's catered to both you guys. It's a restricted direct lung. To me, it would be really restricted direct lung. Not really, but like just a restricted direct lung. Or a loose mouth to lung is what I would consider this. And the thing I like is that it goes too far away. So that's my opinion, my thoughts, my views. Don't forget, like us on my YouTube channel, Joshua Ozzie. You'll see it. It'll be posted up shortly. Like our page, ProVape Community News, PH, and also like Denkat Distribution, which will give you updates on new devices coming in and out. You know, I bought these pods for the purpose of the review. And with that, this is Joshua Ozzie, and I'll talk to you next time.